Welcome back, another episode. As episode 7, Wonders Never Cease, of season 2 of the Gilded Age draws closer to its finale, the show keeps veering between triumph and destruction with each new dramatic scene. While Marion is elsewhere on 61st Street, doubting her approaching marriage to Dashiell Montgomery, she has to be strong for Aunt Ada. Meanwhile, Bertha Russell is reconsidering her allegiance to the Met as the opera war rages. Ada hardly gets a taste of married bliss before having to get ready to say goodbye to her husband, whose passing will mean a return to the Van Rayen home, while Luke Forte's condition worsens. Oscar Van Rayen demonstrates that he lacks a business sense as the Brooklyn Bridge gets ready to open, and that his reckless action will negatively impact everyone he cares about. Tycoon George Russell ends the strike by striking a deal with the unwavering Mr. Henderson. The Gilded Age, which has concluded its grandiose second season and is now firmly established as a dynamic series devoted to self-actualization and industrial progress, puts members of the old guard in grave danger. This sets it apart from Downton Abbey and demonstrates that the abrupt rise and fall of wealth is a uniquely American tale. Who designed the Brooklyn Bridge, according to Larry Russell? Everyone in New York City is talking about the Brooklyn Bridge, and the city is in a state of constant preparation for its official opening. Though it wasn't made public that Emily Roebling built the Brooklyn Bridge, this is a nice way to use revisionism that pays respect to her without too much interfering with historical accuracy. When the night arrives to honor Mr. Roebling, the man behind the monolith, Larry Russell, who knows Mr. Roebling had been ill for a great many months and his wife stepped in as engineer to finish the job, decides to take a moment to honor Mrs. Roebling's involvement. Jack joins an association of horologists. He thought all hope was gone when he was unable to secure a patent for the escape mechanism he created for his alarm clock, but Mr. Bannister called in a particular favor. When a representative of a German watchmaking organization visits the Van Rayen home, they not only accept his design but also give him membership, which enables him to work on his invention seriously. In season 2 of the Gilded Age, the downstairs crew has been receiving more attention. This subplot has not only emphasized the working class's inventiveness, but also shown that the age was a time of innovation for all captains of industry, regardless of position. At the Academy, Mrs. Astor offers Mrs. Russell her dream box. The opera war began when Mrs. Astor, in an unusual move, offered Mrs. Russell a box at the Academy, the one item she has always wanted. Bertha is hesitant to take it, but her husband tells her that if she follows her conviction, she will be a founding member of the Met and a part of the movement that will bring about a new wave of growth in the arts. Mrs. Russell has come too far to retreat at this point, and her public rebuff of Mrs. Astor is a display of strength that makes her opponent realize that the old guard's authority is not only declining but also meaningless. Pastor Forte passes away from cancer. In the second season of the Gilded Age, the plot between Reverend Forte and Aunt Ada was cheerful and lighthearted, but in the mid-season finale, it casts a shadow of doom. Luke's condition deteriorates after it was revealed in the previous episode that he has cancer. Eventually, he has to seek hospice care at the Van Rayen residence following a fall. It's painful and cruel to watch Aunt Ada go in a matter of short episodes from a radiant bride to a sobbing widow, but if anything, her ordeal is a brilliant illustration of the proverb "'tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." Ruins of Oscar Van Rayen. The family Van Rayen. Though she has never really been revealed to be wealthy, the enigmatic Ms. Beaton, who has claimed the entire season to be Jay Good's daughter, has raised some questions about her true intentions. Oscar Van Rayen never imagined that Ms. Beaton had him marked for a mark and would con him out of thousands of dollars. Instead, he invested in the Casterbridge Pacific Railroad on her behalf and with the majority of the Van Rayen fortune. In the Gilded Age, Blake Ritson delivers one of his best performances as he considers the looming disaster that his carelessness has brought about and is appalled by the devastation that his selfishness has brought about. For more, subscribe.